Good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Let's see who's here. Robert was here early. E.T. I saw E.T. over at JJ Drones. Let's see. Sounds okay? Everything's okay? Sounds loud to me for some reason. Hey, Chris. Ron's here. How you doing, Ron? Tommy J. Gator. These glasses aren't any good. Sorry. They need to be stronger, I guess, the older I get. Hey, Bobby. Time to get going. Joe, of course. How you doing, Joe? Black Sheep, good to see you. Uh, if I missed anybody, I'll catch you. I hope sooner or later here. Hey, Johnny's here. Johnny Sam, how you doing? You know, I saw the broadcast after it was over. You did your trivia thing, which I suck at anyway. But I would have come over and supported you a little bit if I'd have caught it. For some reason, I didn't get notified. I got to go back in and check and see if I hit the bell. I'm almost positive it was, but I got to shave my beard today. Anyway, I got this thing set a little bit down in there because I got that wheel. I'm waiting for a cockpit for the sim deal. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, cool. Thanks, Chris. I can't see it all that well. So let's see what's happening. My mother-in-law's coming home today or tonight from Bangkok, and I didn't really realize it. I want to thank everybody that actually watched the traditional Thai dance thing. I know that's not everybody's gig, but it's more for the family and stuff too. But I know there's some people enjoy watching it, and she. She doesn't even have to be to school. I guess I didn't. Sometimes my wife will tell you sometimes I don't listen. I need to listen better. But I guess that Sim's there because she doesn't have to go to school until the first of next month. Um, and she went 2 weeks earlier to get back in shape. I mean, I couldn't even imagine. I mean, I can barely remember the words to a song, let alone 5,000 steps in in doing that traditional Thai dance. It thoroughly amazes me that she can even remember it. But it's exhausting too. I mean, it's not like running a marathon or something. But she was definitely tired. But anyway, I just wanted to thank everybody that did watch it. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. I like it, So, but I put it up basically for her, for the family, and everybody, so that they could see it. But like I said, I appreciate everybody. She does a good job. Of course, like I said, I could be a little bit influenced. I don't know, but she's good. Dave, I'm gonna. I have to leave in an hour and a half. Have a premiere. Oh, cool. All right. Well, hopefully I'll be done by then, Joe. I'd like to see it. You haven't done a premiere yet, I don't think. I haven't either, have I? I probably won't do the premieres because I don't want to type. I'm lazy and I can't spell, which I could say, oh yeah, I can spell. Dave, hearing problems. Come with. Yeah, exactly. Selective hearing. I've been accused of that pretty much my whole life. I got to get better at it though. Because she told me so. But basically, she's there because her little sister, Shushu, started school yesterday, so she's going to stay there so that there's somebody in the apartment. So, and with her sister, so she has company, which kind of makes sense. But I thought it was interesting. They did a lot. I forget if you. I don't know. You guys probably aren't. Yeah, on my Facebook page, my regular Facebook page, I don't have a Gotta Love Thailand one or anything. I probably should though. I guess I do. I just haven't. I don't know what I. I can't figure it out. Imagine that. But my wife put it on there where it was and everything. But it was a pretty big shindig in Bangkok. And I asked her about because those outfits and stuff are really, really expensive. In fact, when Sim gets done, she'll be able to teach traditional Thai dance, and she wants to teach it here in Surin because As far as what she said or what she's told us is there are none here, and we do have her mom and dad's place that is a typical live upstairs, roll up doors in the front type thing. So maybe put a storefront on there. I told her when her and her sister can maybe go into business together because she's going to be able to teach singing, Shushu, the youngest. So, but those outfits, they usually rent them. The school has some, and from what my wife said, the king and the queen or the princesses or something donate to the school these outfits for the Thai dance, which is kind of cool. I'd hate to see that fade away. That part of Thailand's culture, I think, is awesome. But and I guess Cambodia is real close too. She knows some. She knows all the Thai dances, which I find hard to. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even remember one. I can't even remember a dance step. But I guess they have a bunch in Cambodia too. It's very similar in their dance. If I miss something, or guys, these glasses aren't the best in the world, so try to put question, and then I'll let's see what's this. Yeah, Dave's dance school. It'll be easy to do. I mean, it would take a minimal amount of money to spruce the place up, a little repair on the roof over where the kitchen is in the back, paint on the wall, air conditioning, that kind of stuff. And I have air conditioners, so that shouldn't be that tough. And then maybe a storefront instead of the those metal, a metal door. Get rid of that. It still has the security deals too, so maybe put in a storefront and go from there. See what it does. But I don't know. It interests me. Sorry I'm rambling about it, but thank you guys for doing it, for watching it. I appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. My father-in-law had he took a black tub from me that I had, and when he brings back plants and fish, and he puts his fish that he catches in there, and I guess they eat them, or he gives them away to the neighbors or something. But there is a little water feature there. Not much of a feature, but Miss Brock. Hey Brock, I didn't send the links out this morning, so I'm going to post it here shortly. I did put it in one of the chat things. Let's see. I don't think I'm sorry. I don't know that. I guess I need stronger glasses. I don't know. Either that or I need this to be closer to me. But I have this wheel here, so I'm not quite close as I normally am. But I can see it. I just, if it is a question, put question, and it'll stand out a little better. I'm going to go back and see. I don't think there were any. But if there is, just stick them in there. Anyway, so yeah, so I mean, not a bunch happening. I want to try to, or I'd like to try to make another trip to Jantiem Pattaya, maybe, I don't know, maybe in a couple, 3 weeks, a month or so. Like I said before, I think the kids get out in October, so we're going to do a thing to Chaam. My wife wants to go. So, and I got to get my passport. I still haven't got it done. Black Sheep's going to jump all over me, which is a good thing. But I do have a printer now. It's already been on there. All I had to do was just get the paper from my wife, but I didn't get it. So I'm going to try to do that today and get that, because that's, I think it's 7 to 10 days. I'd have to ask Chuck. Chuck did it. My buddy in Udon did it. Bob and C, but I think it was 7 to 10 days. Actually, Tommy did it too, another friend of mine. Anyway, question. What is this? No, actually, haven't heard from him. And to tell you the truth, I'm not pushing it too hard. I want to get him here because I want to get at least the overhang and the pedestal for where the concrete put down on the floor, the overhang that's going to be covered where the clothes will actually drive, and a pedestal built for the new washing machine because the washing machine took a crud. Hey, so a morning to you. Um, oh man, rambling always, always. I should call it the rambling channel. Maybe I'll put that in parentheses. Um, but hopefully get that done. I'd like to get that done. But I got to do. And I'm glad you brought that up because I will definitely ask my wife. Have you heard from Toon? No. And will you fill this for me when you get a chance? Thanks. Let's see. Question. uh, let's see. Besides the other items to remind you on, how far along have you got on the knees? I still haven't. I'm kind of waiting to hear from my doctor, and that's going to be when I go in. And I think I go in the first week of next month. I think. So what's that? 2-3 weeks away. I want to hear it from him directly. My wife hasn't informed me of any, good orthopedic surgeons. So we'll see. My doctor will dig into it right there and let me know. Do you need to go to Bangkok or can you have it done right here in Surin? And I'm hoping I can have it done here. I really don't want to. I really don't want to go to Bangkok, and I'm hoping I don't have to go back to. I don't see any reason. My wife said that the insurance would cover it, so of course then again I'd have to. I got to make 100% sure of that. I don't want to pay. I don't know what it would be. I'm kind of curious anyway. I mean, I'd like to find out how much a knee replacement is, but I need to get it done too. But let's see. Everybody's just saying hi. I suspect with new knees, life will. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's so bad now that it's hard for me to even go upstairs and downstairs. Any kind of uneven ground. It isn't so much that I'm completely unstable. It's just pain. It's painful. So I got to get it. I got to get it done. Robert will probably chime in on this. I'll get my knee fixed. You probably will, Robert. You probably will. And I'm sorry I missed Robert's live stream yesterday. Was it yesterday at 7? For some reason, I haven't slept in God knows how long. And whatever day it was, I think it was yesterday. No, day before. No, yesterday. I slept until like 8 o'clock. I woke up at 5:30 and just kind of rolled over. And anyway, sorry I missed it, Robert. I did watch it, so I should have commented on it. Like we were talking about that the other day with people that are trying to grow their channels. Any little comment, anything like that. And I was mainly talking about that for people like Uncle Craig and stuff like that, and JJ and all that kind of stuff. If you guys watch any station or any channel, I guess, anything that you click the like button, whatever you do, it makes YouTube go crazy and go, oh, somebody's watching this. We'll recommend it to this, and it'll let their channels grow. What's Zoe saying? Somebody have to watch. So he goes right over my head. Why aren't I working? Ah, there we go. I'd expect. It's talking to Joe. Okay, good. Sorry, guys. But anyway, let's see. Okay, my joke. Get the new knees before you need. Yeah, exactly. I I need to get it done, and I need to get the passport, and I need to get all that stuff. It's just like, I don't know why I'm so worried. I mean, what are they going to do? Throw me in jail because I only got a copy of my passport and I'm getting a new one from the embassy? I just can't see it. And besides the fact that most of the time I'm probably going to just stay here in Surin uh, uh, until I get it back, because I don't really want to be traveling around. That's why I waited, because me and Mitch were supposed to go on a little trip, and it didn't quite work out, so we'll do it another time. But so I wanted to make sure traveling out of Surin. But in Surin, my mother-in-law's best friends are officers and police and stuff. So I don't think it would be a big problem. If in case I did, I could just somehow get to them and they would come and handle whatever situation it was. So I got to do it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that today. I'm waiting for the get rid of this wheel here. I ordered a cockpit that actually folds up and everything for all this stuff to mount on, so I can push it in the corner and take it out when I want to. That's sim racing. It's pretty cool. Friendly. I don't know if I've seen you before. Well, friendly channel is this? Yeah, I know. Mainly just a bunch of people talking 90% about Thailand. Other 10%, we're all getting older. Most of the people that watch the channel are between 50 and 60, somewhere in the retirement age deal. And we have a bunch of fun, so you're more than welcome. Anybody is here, as long as they're respectful, and I even have people come on if they want to come on. So yeah, by all means, watch and comment if you'd like, or ask questions if you'd like. There's Uncle Craig. Morning, everybody. It's raining there. Rained all night here and in Surin, and then this morning, the sun's kind of out. It's pretty overcast. But it was pouring a couple of times. I woke up in the middle of the night. It was raining. Hey, Gary, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Let's see what Robert's saying. I got to get another pair of glasses. I'll get them today. Maybe when I get there, can go to Koh Chang. Yeah, definitely. I'm game. And maybe Mitch will go too. I don't know. When are you coming? The first part of next month is. I can't remember. I know you said, but I can't remember. Ordering a cockpit in Thailand takes. Yeah, exactly. And I got lucky. Yeah, it was cheap. I'm definitely getting pulled into this part of it. Like I said, the gaming stuff and all that kind of stuff, where you got the little controller in your hand and you got to jump and grab, and I can't do that. I just fall off and die. So I lose interest in that real quick. But this is kind of interesting to me because I always like driving and driving fast. So it worked out pretty good. Hey, Bill, haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi to everybody. But once that's done, I can move this into that, and I'll kind of do a short on once I get that cockpit and show you the stuff. It's not really real expensive to get into if you like that kind of stuff. I know I had mentioned it to Mitch, and he said he doesn't dare do it because he might not ever come out of his room, which I haven't gotten that bad, but I could see it happening. I could definitely see it happening. It is fun. And I guess once you got it, and I ordered a cheap little headset with the microphone deal, and I guess once you get decent in this thing on this iRacing deal, you can have friends come on and you can talk to them, and you can set up your own races amongst. It's pretty cool. It's an old fart retired game, I think. I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of young kids in there. Even the drivers, I guess, during all the virus stuff, they were in there driving, like Dale Earnhardt Jr. and stuff like that, names that you've heard of, were in there driving this iRacing thing. So, hey, Tom, glad you could make it. Let's see. I haven't been on much as I lost my. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's a bummer. And it's happening to everybody. I think it's our age, because I think, Bill, you're in our age group, and it's brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, mothers, fathers. It's just that time, I think, in life. Although, like with my wife, she went too young at 60, as far as I was concerned, and her brother at 57, her mother at 56. I mean, it's just my friends, at 56, 55. It just bummer. So I'm sorry to hear that, Bill. He was what, 12 years younger. I don't know how old you are, but that sounds about like me. My brother, my only brother, is almost exactly 10 years younger than me. I was born on the 22nd of December, and he was born on the 31st, 10 years apart. So he's 55. So I'm imagining that's how old your brother was. Probably pretty close to that. I'm guessing you're my age, Bill, I could be way off. You could be a young guy. I don't know, but I think you are. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Oh, you're almost 77. Wow. Okay. I'm hoping to live that long. Well, bummer. So he was a young man. That sucks. My condolences for sure. Our condolences, Bill. Yeah, Auntie. Like I said, man, 99. That's a good life. And I think Bobby's dad was 91, Bobby, or 90 something. So, like I said, I guess it's all relative. Hey, James Morris, how you doing? Glad you could come by. Um, we're just entering that time in our lives, man. And it's been for me for a long time. Like I said, I've had friends, people that were my age, exactly my age, that I grew up and went to school with and stuff that passed away at 50, 47, 56. Just way, way too young as far as I'm concerned. Of course, when I was 25, it's got God, if I could live to be, 50 years old, I'd, because I thought I was always going to go at like 35. But, you think it's old, and now when you're at the age, or at least my take on it is, it's like now I don't feel till I look at the old bastard on whatever's in front of me. I feel young, but I just even 60, even when my wife went at 60, still too young, way too young. Uh, my wife, elders of our family. Yeah, it's sad but true, and we had talked about this before. It also infringes. I shouldn't say infringes because that makes it like it's a burden problem, which in some instances, I guess that's true. But like in Bobby's case, Bobby wasn't going anywhere until he got stuff worked out with his dad. His dad was in a position that, and this is all my understanding. If I get any of this wrong, Bobby, by all means, jump in. He had lived a full life, and I think like I said, I think he was a stand-up guy from what Bobby told me and everything that I've heard, about him. And I think I'm a stand-up guy, and when it's time for me to go, I want to go. I don't want to hang out for 2 years, being a burden on anybody. Although my Thai wife would just soon me lie in bed and change my diapers, but that's just Thai people. But we're at our point in our life where we're wanting to get to the point where we're going to go to our end of game type thing. So we're going to try to go to Thailand, in my case, and live however long, 10 years, 20, 30, as long as I've got my faculties, I want to go as long as I can, which may not have been the case when I first came here, but that's a whole different story. But, so it's tough. It's really tough. But I would think as a parent, uh, I would want to go when it's time for me to go. I would definitely never want to be a burden on my sibling, on my children. I just, or family, whatever the case may be. Although it's expected here in Thailand, and I think it's one of the best things that I like about Thai culture is they don't kick their elderly to the curb. And then like in Bobby's case, he doesn't either, and a lot of people in the United States don't. But a majority of them, I hate to say it, do. They'll put them in an old age home and say, "I'll come see you, every third Sunday, until you go." And it's kind of a bummer. I just rather go. Just my personal preference. But it's a bummer. We have to get through it. Bobby's gotten through it. Hopefully, him and Jai are going to come soon to Surin, so they'll be really close to me. I'm looking forward to that. But we're kind of I don't want to say slave. If we should take care of our thank you, take care of our parents for sure. They put a roof over our head, schooling. They took care of us, and I'm sure that everybody, to the extent that they could, help their children out as much as they can. And then when it comes time and end of days come, and you're, I just would rather go. In fact, my preference would be a total massive heart attack, dead before I hit the ground. Nothing to mess around. No trying to revive. No nothing. Gone. Instead of trying to linger around. My worst nightmare is to get maybe hit on the scooter and paralyzed from the neck down, because I don't think I'd want to hang. But again, personal preference. Here we are talking about death. That sucks, right? Hey, Moonwa, thanks for. I noticed Moonwa left a comment on the Thai video, and like I had said, I appreciate everybody that watches it. I like it. Some of the people that watch the channel like it, but it's mainly there for my wife and the daughters and the family and stuff. So let's see. Craig's saying, I lived in a retirement community in California for at least 8 years, and would only be a rare occasion that I would see a younger. Yeah, I know. Sad, right? But I would say not all, but a good majority, like over 50%. I would say probably 75%. The people, they just, they got good jobs, husband and wife both working 6 days a week, trying to pay and not go bankrupt in California, especially. And, they don't, it's easy to say I don't have the time to come see you, mom. You know, I mean, it kind of sucks. But anyway, it happens. So they do the best thing that they can. They put them in a home. They try to find a good one that has, good stuff that their parents can do if they still have all their faculties. And I'm talking about like playing cards and golf and whatever. I always thought that if I didn't do something like that, or I got a little bit ill, where I wasn't as mobile, I would go to like Florida. And I like those places where they have the big motorhome, where you could dock your big motorhome and it's right on a golf course, retirement community. But it's far away. But I don't get to see my kids, so. But I'm loving Thailand, as you can tell by the name. But let's see. I'm rambling again. Did I miss anything? I'm gonna put up the. I didn't. Put. I'll put up the link in case anybody wants to come on, because I didn't send it to everybody like I had planned. That should do it. Let's see. I'm back. What did Ron say? For some reason my thing's slow. Hey, I'm back with you folks from yesteryear. Yeah, Ron's on the older side, but I guess you got to do what you got to do, right? So if you got to take care of mom and dad, which you should, or if you've got brothers and sisters that are, in my particular case, my mom was in good shape when I left 3.5 years ago. She's still in pretty good shape, but my brother lives really close to there. So he's taking on the brunt of it. He probably doesn't like that totally, but there's nothing I can do. If I had to go back, what would I do now? I don't know, to tell you the truth. Until it happens, I'm going to probably try not to think about it. But it would be, I would definitely go back, but I don't know how would I stay. What do I do? It's not like I can pack up my Thai family and take them with me to California. So it would be an interesting thought. But I don't know what I'd do. Hopefully I don't ever have to find out. That's what I got to get. I should get Uncle Craig into this sim racing. It seemed like you would enjoy this. It's a kick. It's fun. I don't know if I'll ever get out of the rookie stage of it. You have to not get in accidents and stuff, and these people or animals. I try to drop back to the back of the pack, and they still come and crash into me, and then that brings you down. You got to get a certain anyway. But it's an interesting deal. I never heard of it until Tim from TNW in Udon brought it up to me, because when we met in Koh Chang, he was a big NASCAR guy, and I've been watching it forever. So we talked about that a lot, and then it came up. I don't think I missed anything. Hey Raymond, how you doing? I don't know if I said hello. And everybody's just saying call mom and dad today. Do not wait. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't take much, man. That's why I said the biggest thing with me, Joe, is after being in that hospital, laying in that bed, completely helpless for 2 months. Um, I figured out how fragile I really am. Being a human being doesn't take much. The right fall, hit a sharp object, and you're dead. It doesn't take much. So, yeah, who knows, mom and dad, or if your mom and dad are alive. Yeah, I think Joe's right. Don't put it off. Call them, because then you'll be the rest of the time. Oh, I should have called my mom. She passed away. So, yeah, I would agree with that statement, Joe. Um, I think. Oh, hey, Andy. How you doing, Andy? Glad you could make it by. You ought to be coming back pretty soon, I'm imagining. You're going to go to Cambodia still, Andy? Now I got 2 drinks here. Sorry to say I have to leave and hit the road. All right. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it as always, Black Sheep. You have a good day, and we'll see you maybe in a couple days when we do the next one. What's today? Thursday? So Friday. So Saturday time. Have a good one. Everybody saying hi to Andy. I think I'm caught up with everything. That's amazing. I'm not usually like that. And I've only been on for 32 minutes. Wow. Um, let's see. I didn't really try to think of any kind of stuff here. Bobby's coming on. That's good. Bobby can talk about his upcoming live stream tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Thai time. Correct?
No, Friday night.
Friday night. Well, that's
you
my
are
Friday night.
Yeah, yeah.
Tomorrow night, my time, Friday night. Did you ever get in contact with Paul and get him to come on, or find
I did through his videos. Yeah, I posted it up a little higher up in the chat. If you want to pin that, so people will see it for a little bit. It's going to be Verna Cordone and Paul Aussie and Asia.
Okay, how the hell do I do that? How do I pin something? I know I've done it once before.
AT.
What am I looking for? How far
farther up
back?
Good morning, all.
A while.
Oh, here it is. This one here? Live Friday?
Yeah.
Now how do I pin that? I hit the little star?
I'm clueless. I figured you knew, and then you'd be able to tell me.
Let's see. What did it do? Let me see.
You doing, Andy?
Brock, do you know how to do it?
You're
Where do you want to
right.
pin it?
I guess just pin it to the top of the comments, right? Or it always stays there. I see people do it all the time.
You'll have to wait till you publish the show and then pin it in the comments down there.
No, I seen people do it right in the middle of something, but if I figure it out, Bobby, I'll let you know. I could just leave it right there. There we go for a while.
Yeah, Jake just put it up again too.
Okay. Well, let's go down. Where's Jake?
Thanks, Jake.
Good morning, Ron John. I'm glad I make your day.
Be careful. I'll put up, let's see. That's hill climbing sim racing is way too addictive. It's awesome. I like it. But see, you got a lot of stuff. I'm not going to handle any power tools. The most I'm going to do is go, here's money, please do this. So that only takes like a second. Although I do like doing some stuff. I shouldn't say that. But I just won't. I'm not going to put myself in the position that you did with the power tools. It ain't going to happen. No way. But I do enjoy the sim racing.
I don't have time to do that. It looks like really fun, but I just don't have time.
It is fun. And you're retired.
I know it. I got to start out my day in the morning. I got to get up and
you have to cook breakfast.
Make breakfast for Jai. Then I've got to do her morning massage. Then when I'm done with that, I got to clean the dishes.
Okay, how many people here want to marry Bobby? Because in case something, God forbid, if he becomes single,
I'll adopt him.
Adopting would work too. At least that gets him there. Hey Tim, we were just talking about you. Were your ears burning? You can see I got the new wheel. Everything came. It came in three different. He sent three boxes. One with the wheel and the foot deal, the G29, and it's like brand new, brand spanking. And then later that yesterday, the little box came with the shifter, and then he shipped. I didn't get the cockpit thing, so hopefully I'll get that today and put it together. But I'm definitely already addicted. I'm having fun, but I don't see how I'm going to ever get out of the. I just found out something. Hold on, I'll say 1 second. When I lost both of my parents, I wasn't really depressed, but I felt like I lost a purpose in my life. But of course, now I'm retired in Thailand.
Yeah.
Repurposing. Yeah, it's definitely a good repurposing deal. But I'm sorry to hear about your parents. But my, I never knew my father. My stepfather died a long time ago. He wasn't. He wasn't on the top of my list. But the my mom still. I think she's 89. God, I'm horrible. And anyway, it yeah. At least it's a good place to repurpose here, right? Um, what was I?
I've
I
been
forget what I
using
was going
some
to say too.
serious power tools, angle grinders, drills, welders, making serious stuff.
No, I'm the putting the steering wheel and clamping it onto the desk and clamping on the deals and putting the foot pegs down and the wire, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can do that. When the deal gets here, you got to screw everything together. I can do that. If anything that takes any kind of power tools, I have them, but I give them to the cousin and say, I need this done or I need that done. I'm just not gonna. I don't want to hurt myself.
Chris and Jake, I had three things going on. My glasses were dirty, my camera was dirty, and I had it set on 360, not 720. So I fixed all three.
What was this for?
You
My
made it blurry.
Yeah, my video was blurry.
Oh,
I
oh,
thought
this
it was
was.
just my glasses were blurry, but I guess it was everything was.
I can't see. Everything's blurry to me with these glasses on. I
Oh
got to
yeah,
do
thanks for
something.
looking out, Dave.
Anybody know LASIK here in Thailand? Expensive, cheap? I know it's probably not covered under medical, so you're gonna have to pay for it. But I think I can get my eyes fixed, right? But it's either
Maybe.
long distance or close. You can't get both, right?
Yeah, that's it's a maybe, and maybe it'll only be for a short time, and your eyes will go again anyway.
You know what? My uncle got it done when he was 50 years old, and he's 78 years old now, and he still doesn't wear glasses.
The one buddy that I told you guys about that was the marshal that became, or the sheriff that became a marshal, and he did the O.J. Simpson trial. He had anyway, all that stuff. He was the one that told me about it because he was golfing and he couldn't see. Once he hit the ball, he lost the ball. He couldn't see it. So he
Yeah.
went in there, had it done, and he said it was the best thing since sliced bread. Now, I haven't talked to him in a couple of years. I'd be curious to find out. But the weirdest thing about it, he told me you can either have it done for stuff that's far away or stuff that's close,
Yeah,
but you can't have both. But he said some people get one eye done for far away and
Right.
another eye done for close up. I would puke every day I open my eyes.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
could
yeah,
you? How could you do that? And he said a lot of
that'd
people
be
do
quite
it, and I'm going,
concerning.
wow, I couldn't do that. I could not do that.
Maybe okay
Um,
if you're a sniper.
yeah, that would be yeah, that would be okay. Let's see what Robert is he answering question. Yes, live stream on my channel videos, and that's a, did you put up your new channel, Robert, the one that you live streamed on? Because I know it's different than the other one. Now the new one's Robert Mack Travels. Is that the?
Right. That's right.
I think somebody posted up for him, and I did like it. He did a great job.
Yeah, Joe, your mojo, you can absolutely come, and I promise you, I will not touch the who gets blocked or not. I felt like
Why?
total crap, and I couldn't
Why?
get him
What
back. I
happened?
didn't know what.
What
I
happened?
blocked. I blocked Joe.
You blocked Joe.
Yeah, what happened? There was like five. There were five spam ones, then Joe, and then five more spams, like all together. And I clicked to get rid of the spam at the same time that ET did, and ET's dropped, and I got Joe,
Yeah.
That's
and I didn't
great.
know it. I didn't know it until ET told me a little bit later that, hey, you just blocked Joe. Go back and open it. I said, how do you do that?
Yeah.
See,
It's
Raymond's
up in
saying he
the
got it. Now I don't know what that word is. Somebody's gonna have to enlighten me because my
lascivious.
what is that? Is that the laser treatment or whatever it is?
I think he's talking about LASIK surgery.
Yeah. And he
Lascivious is
said
to do with sexual prowess.
monovision. It was great. I still don't need glasses, and that was 15 years ago. I'm gonna definitely try it because if I don't do it soon, I'm not gonna get any. It won't matter if it only lasts a year. I'll probably be dead. So I got to get it done sooner. Here's
Yeah, like
Robert's.
everything.
Yeah, you're
It
going to
is
get that
called
done the
Robert.
same time you're going to do your knees and everything else.
Yeah, I
That's
know. I should just have it all
procrastination.
done. I should just have it all done at once when I'm in there.
Yeah,
Ron
six
liked
million
your
dollar
stream,
man,
Robert.
Dave.
What's that?
You'd be the $6 million man.
I know. I got to get
Where's
it done.
Black Sheep? Did he get that on the list?
What's that?
The LASIK.
Where
Isn't
is
he the
it?
one tracking your list of things you got to get done?
No, that's Black Sheep.
That's what I said, Black Sheep.
Yeah, Black Sheep. He left. It'll
Oh,
probably have to go on. I'll remind him next time that we did. I still don't need glasses. 15. Yeah, that's great, man. It's awesome. I I don't know if I'd want him for what I'm doing now. I guess I would have to get the far away thing.
you
Although
see,
I really
Raymond
need
said he
it.
got it. Raymond got it 15 years ago, and he still doesn't need glasses.
Right, yeah. So, I think I need it like right now. I can't. Everything's blurry, and this is what I do a lot. So I don't know. I'd have to. Maybe I'll get one eye done, and and then I'll go crazy. Hey, Douglas, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Uh, Hey, saying hello to everybody. Let's see. One eye different, one eye close up. Works great. Is that what you got done? One eye far away and one eye close up.
You're something else, Joe.
What did Joe say?
He got a vasectomy 15 years ago, and it's still good.
It's amazing how that works, right, Joe?
Yeah. And mine was 30 years ago.
Yeah, mine was too, and they had to put
See,
me out.
I never
Yeah.
had to. I never had it done. I never had to worry about it because the wife or that I was with for 30 years, she had a total hysterectomy at 30 years old. So I didn't have to worry about anything. I never heard any kind of complaints. Oh, I can't. I didn't. She never had that excuse. She couldn't use
Now,
that
now
excuse.
you're all dried up, so it don't matter.
Yeah. Now it doesn't matter. Yeah, all you need. You got 30 seconds. I'm done. But
Damn.
definitely, I never had to worry about that, which was kind of nice actually. I never had to worry about whether anything like that was going on. But I kind of felt bad for her, but she didn't. I said, "You don't care that you never had any kids?" And she said, "No, I don't care." All that she was a grandmother and a mother to 50 nephews and nieces and everything else, so she had her fair share of children around, I guess. I just got a new wife. Is that
Yeah.
what was that in response to? Uh,
Whenever it came time for potential babies again, just get rid of that one and get a different one.
get another one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Let's see. What's Andy saying here? I just had my annual checkup, all good. Cool. And I don't know if
Yeah.
you answered me or not, but are you coming and going to Cambodia? You probably answered me, and I don't know.
I got the solution to worrying about getting bad doctor reports is just don't go.
Yeah, there you go.
That works.
Yeah, you don't have to hear it then.
The last
I
one that
don't
I
have to
got
keep a
from
track of my flu shots either. I walk in and see my doctor, and he goes, "You haven't had your flu shot yet." Bang. Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. I guess I'm caught up. Did anybody ask it any questions? Put oh wait, Dave
no.
is going to
Well,
go.
Paul asked, should he change his name back to Xanderman again or leave it Aussie in Asia?
I like Aussie in Asia, but
I
that's
do
just
too.
me. Yeah,
Yeah, I do too, actually.
I think it's a good name. I haven't seen anything even close to that, although there might be. But
Well, when you
I think it's.
Google
I
it,
think
this comes up.
yeah, that's sounds good to me. I think Paul. How many subscribers do you have now? I know you're moving on up. I know.
He's got
What was I watching?
27 when I looked this morning, I think.
27.
Yeah.
Okay. You
We'll see
guys
if
need
we
to
can't boost
subscribe.
that.
Hey, at least I got more subscribers than somebody. Woohoo.
At least we do have the water.
I think
Sweet.
Gator Jake is flying right up the ladder now. He's going to be closing in on 100 before long.
Cool. I haven't seen. Jake's here, right? He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Black sheep the second.
Yeah, Chris ambushed us, Rob.
What is that? Could have danger. Yeah.
Yeah, he
29.
sneaks
I
up
was,
and
he's already got two
bang.
more.
There's Uncle Craig.
Yeah,
I saw
after the
Chocolate
show
Man at
Friday,
29.
I'll bet he gets
Yeah, he
another
did.
10 more.
He did hit 20,000. He did a live stream last night. Chocolate Man, James.
Yeah.
He's one. I remember when I first saw him. First time I saw him, he was with Chuck, and then since then, that couldn't have been more than a year and a half ago. So he's done quite well.
I was watching him
Wow.
before he even met Chuck.
Did you? I hadn't
Back
seen
in
him
the early
until
days, really
I
early
haven't.
days. I was one of the first.
See, Uncle
First-
Craig says he's up at 167 now. I'm pretty good.
Cool. He's got a good channel, man. I think he has
Yeah.
good
Tell you
charisma.
what,
I
Craig,
don't know
if you
how to
want to
say
really
it.
get the subs in, do more power tool accidents.
Yeah, if you could try to do one live, so you could actually have it right on.
Fall off that 30-foot bamboo ladder. That would get the people watching.
Okay,
Take care, Andy.
Garden,
Nice seeing you.
laying paper. All right, Andy. What's Douglas saying? Good morning.
Get your hand
Uncle
fixed
Craig.
first.
Please come and get your rain. It's stuck here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think everybody, you better get prepared because I think it's here, man, and it's gonna within the next week or so, it's just gonna start and it ain't gonna stop. So you better get out in the sun while you can. That's why I'm glad I got the car so my wife can not get soaked. Although, how can you have a car and not have an umbrella in Thailand? Said she got soaked coming from her office out to get in the car. It's like beats the whole defeats the whole purpose. Funny you should say that. I have in your miss coming. I really do. I enjoyed it when I was a kid. I was never any good at woodworking, although I enjoyed it. Metalworking, I was a little bit better at because I'd worked with metal before, being a tin knocker and an HVAC guy. But I don't know, man. It's just I'm too old to have pins and stuff in my fingers.
That's a good idea, Joe,
What did Joe say?
to get the anoscope. Just do a video. Get it. His doctor said he needs to get it done, so just do it on video. Post that.
Yeah, why not? Post anything. Funny, you should say that. Oh, that's the one I just said. I have a near miss coming. So what you're saying is you got a video coming where you almost hurt yourself again. He found that. Hey, I've gotten more views on when I hurt myself, so I'm gonna come close to hurting myself each time and put out videos that people want. I'm getting some kind of. Are you guys hearing some kind of Back?
Yeah, a little
Uh,
bit.
yeah,
It's
what
not
is that
bad.
from? I wonder where that's coming from. Let me look at my settings.
It's the chat going off, Dave.
It's the what?
Oh,
It's
you mean the Twitter
the
bird?
group chat's going off.
Yeah.
Okay. Colonoscopy. Yeah, yeah, you can go in and video that. Okay, I have to go. Just Paul to the hospital, pick up my brother's medicine for. All right, take it easy, Paul. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it as always. If you guys aren't subscribed to Aussie and Asia, by all means, give him a little help.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you Friday.
He's gonna come on Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, he and Verna Cordone. They're the two guests for this. And then Verna will stick around and join another cast of characters after the interviewing part
Are you
again.
gonna do this? Are you gonna have a singing session or no?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. I'll be tuning in for that.
So you're
There
ready
it
to do
is.
singing this week?
Thanks, Jake. Uh,
I'm never ready to sing any week.
I'll see you in Asia. Yeah, I think so too, Joe. I think it's a good one. I think the same thing with James. I mean, James changed his name from Chocolate Man in Thailand, which I thought was the absolute perfect genius name. And I think he only changed it for 2 weeks, and then he changed it back to Chocolate Man in Thailand.
Yeah,
He was talking about that in his 50 about being being black and in Asia. He talked about that on his live stream a little bit. Oh, let's see.
his
Yeah,
his attention drifted away once he wasn't Chocolate Man anymore.
yeah. It was. I would have never even changed. I thought it was a phenomenal name. Yes, it's just a matter of before Uncle Craig channel blows up, maybe. Yeah, I think so too. The dry humor. Yeah, I think he's got a great personality. He's going to do well. Probably way a lot
Douglas,
better than me.
don't mention blow up in the same sentence as Uncle Craig, please.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Uh, what did Ron say? What did I miss, Ron? And if I missed something, guys, let me know. What was this one? What is Chris saying? Coming soon. Don't have to be live. Yeah, yeah. Would that be a big draw? I don't know. I put mine off for 5 years. My doctor wanted to do when I turned 50, and after I sidestepped it for 5 years, he finally got me to do it.
Yeah, I did it at 50, and the doctor said you can hold out now until 70. You don't have to come back in 10 years. So I get to hold out, which means it's only a year and a half away. I got to do it again or not.
I think I'm supposed to too. At 65, I think I'm. I don't know. I'm not going to mention it. I was surprised because I was completely. My mom goes a lot, and that's because my grandfather, died of colon cancer. But when I went in at whatever it was, 55, there was nothing. He said, come back in 10 years. So it's been 10 years
Hello,
now.
Ron, traveler,
Uh,
unseen
hey,
Thailand.
traveler, how you doing? Unseen Todd. Hey, how you doing? I watched your video this morning. Good morning to you. He's got a good channel. If you guys aren't subscribed, it's a good one. Yeah, I know Joe did, and I think he did that so that he could put it in Gift's name, so that it was
Yeah.
hers and all. But he still has like over 20 on his channel, and I
Yeah.
think they're close to 20 on, if not more, on the Ty Curl Gift and Joe Foreigner Joe
I think they
channel.
went over.
Did they?
I think so.
I think you're right. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen, it's a good channel. He's having fun in the place, and I commented on his too, that I haven't been there, so I'll definitely want to come up there, and I'll definitely look him up. Seems like a nice guy. Um, what's Craig saying? You guys are hilarious. Keep them coming, and I'll do my part. Yeah, I don't know. It's just hey, anytime, anytime. Thanks for coming into the chat. I appreciate it. Raymond says my doctor said I never need to do it again. Yeah, I wish mine said that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to listen to his doctor and just don't do it again.
When I went for the colon, they told me don't come back. No need over 80. Okay, I don't know. Like I said, man, anytime that somebody's talking about grabbing a garden hose and putting it where the sun don't shine, it kind of turns me off a little bit. But I did it, and of course I said I don't want to see nothing. I don't. Oh, you'll be fine. Of course, I woke up looking at the television, watching my insides as a tube goes in. They knocked me back out a little more, but here we are talking about. We do talk about our illnesses on this
That's because we're a
channel.
bunch of old bastards, all of us.
That's true. That's true. And it's nothing wrong with that. Some people aren't going to want to hear. But like I said, I'm really surprised because the demographics or whatever it is, there's a lot of younger people and women that are starting to watch, which is totally awesome. So I think
You
the
see,
kids are looking.
the younger people are interested in what they're going to be going through. So
Yeah, yeah,
listening
yeah.
just
I
gives them
always
an
told my
idea.
kid you can learn on your own or you can learn from me, and I've made every freaking mistake you
Right.
could possibly think of, and that you could imagine. So if you want to ask me, and maybe I can save you some pain, but they don't. They think everybody. I always thought I was smarter than everybody when I was a kid. Um, let's see what's Douglas saying here. Twig needs to start a series titled "Watch This, Hold My Beer." Yeah, that was supposed to be Craig. I got it. I kind of figured Douglas. Uh, what is that?
I
I've
represent
had a
that one.
couple
Yeah,
done
Ron.
to remove pulp. Yeah, and it went live. I guess I don't know. I was surprised that I didn't have anything like that, especially with my grandfather like that. So who knows? I had one at 55 and another at 65. Doctor said not to come back. Wow. I
Yeah.
I guess I'm probably gonna have to go in one more time just so I can. I don't know. Maybe I don't.
I think
I don't
it'll
know.
be
The stuff.
easier
The
when
only.
you go back now.
Well, the only good thing about that, and I don't want to mislead anybody and have them not want to do that. If they catch that kind of cancer early enough, it's like totally, no problem. They can handle it. If it gets into the later stages, because you don't go, that's when you're going to run into problems. Same thing with breast cancer. Breast cancer is almost, if they catch it early enough, it's like 95% success rate. It's when people don't go in and get tested, or the women don't get tested, that becomes
Oh,
a problem.
you
'Cause
got
I
that
just had
right,
my
Ron.
wife, my
Drinking the
wife,
antifreeze is the hardest part. You get that stuff down, and then it's squirt city.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They it got to be the nastiest plasticky tasting crap in the world. And when I went in, the lady said, "Are you cleared out?" I don't know. I've been sitting on the toilet for 12 hours. What do you think?
Yeah.
So
And then they give you that
uh,
little pill, like an oil pill, first thing in the morning to take before you go in. You drink
I
the whole
don't even
bucket of milk
remember.
first. Then you have the little
Yeah.
pill, the oil pill, and that makes you start over again. That just gets the leftover.
Uh. I don't remember that. I don't. It was kind of a blur going in. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Possibly important. Yeah, yeah, exactly. A lot of stuff. I mean, we're getting older, man, and it's kind of weird to talk about stuff like that. But if we're not going to talk about it, who is? So, like I said, this channel's, I'm going to say at least 90% Thailand, and then it's 10% old age disease, being older, like we talked about our parents and stuff like that. And I think it's good things that
Yeah,
people like to talk about and need to know. It's a bitch when you get, like I said, when you get older, you're thinking, oh God, this is going to be great. I'm retired, boy, I can't go, and mom and dad are sick as hell, and need your help, and what do? You
right.
hang out. You know,
That's where I
so
fell.
yeah, and it's just part of life. I mean, I got lucky. I'm on the luckier side, but are you sure I'm hearing myself? Somebody doesn't have something on,
Have you got your YouTube on, Ron? Bobby?
No.
And I don't have mine on either.
It's
Huh.
definitely echoing from somebody.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, I'm not on. That's weird. Anyway, um, so it makes it tough, and I think a lot of people are, want to hear about that kind of stuff, like what Bobby went through and stuff like that, because it's the way that they're looking. Hey, I'm 53. I'm going to retire at 55, but mom's 80 and dad's 86, and dad can't walk, and mom, I mean, it's things you have to think about. The worst part about it is when you're an only child or you're the only one. Then you really have a dilemma. At least the other way, maybe they're okay, but they just need someone to check in on them, and your brother can do it, and you plan on coming back every 6 months and spending a month, whatever the case may be. There might be some other options of still being able to move to some place like Thailand.
I'm seeing Thailand. My wife's an RN, so she combs through my body with a fine tooth comb all the time. I said, "Really,
And
Jai? Come on, you're my
and
wife.
and
There's
Bobby
things
likes
you
it
really
too.
don't need to do."
Bobby likes that too. Bobby likes it a lot. Who was it that said, I didn't start getting old until I was, yeah, when I was 60, everything hurts. Yeah, that's the truth too.
Yeah,
Uh, I really never been. If you look at my story that Joe did on me, Foreigner Joe, and it's in my thing anyway. People that watch the channel know that I was in intensive care for 2 months with a tube down my throat in 2000, 2020 New Year's Day, and I never really thought myself as that fragile. I'm a big guy and never had, always felt strong. I never felt so weak and everything and that how much can affect you in that way. So I try to keep that in my mind. Plus the mother and father thing. It's a big deal for people that are, I'm going to say, between 55 and 65. More than likely, like me, if you're 65 years old, your parents are going to be in their late 80s to early 90s. So that's when everything that I've seen starts to drop, late 80s. Um, that's when, now, of course, it does earlier. I'm hoping that I don't get Alzheimer's. That's what really got me nervous. I don't,
you're right, Chris. It is. Sometimes it's pretty pleasant. Keeping it
yeah,
simple. Just had cameras in both ends.
it, you need to get, as you get older, I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. You need to go in, you need to do what your doctor tells you to do and get what he tells you to do or she tells you to do. It's just part of this age. You don't want to, like I said, it's so treatable now, especially with colon cancer, breast cancer, stuff like that when it's caught early enough. And the sad part is that one of the guys that works with my wife, his wife, who he idolized, she just passed from breast cancer. And I said, wow, that is amazing. And she said they didn't catch it until it was in stage 4. And I'm going, wow. That means that I don't know about how it is. My wife, she used to go in, and the people that I knew in the United States, they used to go in, I think, twice a year. I don't know what the protocol was, but they would go in where they press, I forget what it's called, mammogram. And they would get that mammogram deal and catch it. I have a cousin that survivor, I want to say 15, 20 years already. And she's a real advocate in the runs and the shirts and the stuff they put on. She's really into it. But that stuff, when they catch it early enough, is a no-brainer. You can handle it.
Yeah, I see what
Hey, money
I'm
over,
saying.
honey. How you
Whenever
doing?
you turn 65, then you start body starts. Or when you turn 60, I'm not looking forward to turning 60. I'm
I'd love to turn 60. It was 10
again.
years ago.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't.
remain. I'm remaining 59 and holding. That's it. I don't want to feel
Uh,
bad.
I just put a link to Dave's story with Foreigner Joe.
um, You just what? Oh, you put the link up. Yeah, if you're interested in a little bit of my background of what happened to me, my wife passed away, 2018. I came to Thailand, and hit the ground running. Um, I love Thailand, and it's where I'm going to probably die unless they throw me out of here, which I'm hoping that they don't. But it, uh, it's a great place. Like I said before, and I'll say it again. If you're not going to retire in your own country, at least come for 3 to 6 months and check out Thailand. I think that you'll like it. Cost of living, of course, is now raising up, but it's all over the world, so you're not gonna get around that. Douglas saying, Dave, my dad was born January 2nd, 1934. He is an old man, Irish Baptist preacher. He is tough as nails and still builds churches. Yeah, and if that's the case, like with me and my kids, I'm just hoping my kids are what are they now? They're going to be in their mid to late 30s. So, if I go to 75, 85, it's going to be, I just don't want to be a burden on anybody. My wife, my Thai wife, she totally accept, don't worry about it. I want you to live to be 140. I'll change your diaper every day and no, won't complain. And she wouldn't. She would take care of me till the day I die, even if I couldn't get out of bed. It's just the way that the Thai people are, and I say the Thai people because everybody that I've met and known would do the same thing. I know that
Oh
Jai
yeah.
would do it for you, wouldn't
Yeah, when
she,
I get
Bobby?
sick, she'll bring a
Yeah,
bucket of water with a warm rag and she'll wash me down in the bed so I don't have to
yeah.
get up and go shower.
It's amazing. And when I got back, I mean, I couldn't walk. I mean, I could barely use a walker when I finally got out, and she had to help me in and out and bathe me, and never. That's the most unbelievable thing is never a bitch, a whine, a moan, or a
Yeah.
complaint. Never, never. Oh my God, again, nothing, and nothing but praise and I love you. And do you need anything? Are you hungry? I mean, it's amazing. And anybody that's thinking, that's watching this channel because they're maybe might want to come to Southeast Asia and find a companion, not necessarily a wife, but somebody. I'm 55 years old. I'd like to find someone 45 to 50 or whatever, and come here. Ask Bobby. Ask you know, ask Brock. Ask Thailand
Jay,
Digital Nomad. Ask Robert Mackination. I mean, are there horror stories? Yeah, sure there are, but they're all over. It's not just Thailand. I got burned enough in the U.S. I didn't need to come to Thailand to do it. But I think if you've got half a brain, you're smart enough to know that I just met this gal and I only had to give her a 50,000 baht, and she said that she would go have coffee with me. Maybe that's not the one you want.
right.
So if you know that and you're take everything with a grain of salt and stuff like that, you can find a very nice companion. And it doesn't have to be a wife or whatever, someone to travel with. Maybe it'll end up that way, as far as I'm concerned, if you're lucky, you know. And,
I'm
and,
seeing
and build,
Thailand. How
build.
old are you? I know he's past
I,
65.
I think he's our age, or my age. You're old, Bobby.
I'm down near Brock's age.
uh,
Yeah.
well, taking care. Yeah, it is. It's awesome, isn't it? It's not even a question to my wife. It's not like will you or it's what's going to happen. Anything that happens to you, I'm
Slightly
going to take
tongue
care
in
of you.
cheek comment coming up.
From who?
Me.
66. Good morning, Icy.
Okay, so
Uh,
he's older than you and younger than me.
Me, yeah, you're right. You're right in between me and Bobby. Um, I think I don't know. What do you think? We haven't gotten your opinion on too much. It's a great place, isn't it? I mean, uh,
Good one, Bob. Yes.
in fact, if you want to come on and hey Jake, and say I'll drop the link again, and if you're more than welcome if you don't mind you can always turn off your camera if you're not
Robert,
dressed appropriately or anything. But if you want
I think
anybody want
they're
to come on, come on.
I
Hey
think that
Jake,
they're
how you
no,
doing?
they're shoppers.
The what?
Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
Female. Robert says be
Robert
careful if you
64.
ask us about going to the mall.
Yeah, especially if they specify outside the front of the Gucci shop. Yeah, okay.
55, I think, is a perfect age. I got lucky. I got to retire at 50, but I think 55 is a good age. And I think if you're single, I think it's a good age too, because the 40 to 45-year-old women don't look at you as an old, dried up prune or anything. They look at you as a for what you are. They look at
Fresh
your
start.
heart first. They don't matter that you look like Santa Claus or Gandalf or that you're overweight or whatever. They
Yeah.
just want to know can I have a good life with this man and is he a good man? And they go from there. So I think
Bobby,
it's a perfect
he just
age.
called you dried up. That's what I heard. I don't know.
I am dried up. I think.
Yeah.
Well,
What about when she
they
says
call
she
it
wants to meet
they
you?
call it powder shots for a reason.
Let's see what Traveler's saying. Since taking care of my wife, in case you don't know, Traveler's, I think she has MS, right? Traveler for a long time. He's taking care of his wife. He's my hero.
Yeah,
I don't want my
I
kids
don't.
to have to take care of me. If it starts to break down, I'm already looking for yeah, a place. It would probably be a good thing. I mean, if I wasn't in Thailand and I was in the States still, I would probably do that so that my kids didn't have to make a choice. And say, hey, if I get to this and I can't do this, I want to go here and let me live my days out here. I just don't want them. I want them to have a good life. I want them to, if they can retire at 50, I want them to go wherever they want to go. So hopefully they can.
Unseen Thailand, are you married to an Asian woman, or 18 years to Asian, or from home?
I told him.
Yes, what, Asian? Okay. Oh, Thai. Okay.
Ah, cool. Yeah, isn't it the greatest thing? I don't know, man. Up until I never came to Thailand, so I didn't know anything about. I met a person in 2015 that was living in Bangkok, and he was a friend of a friend in Costa Rica, and he told me about. It's definitely a place to come to. So in 2000, I talked to my wife about it. We were planning on coming there for 3 months or so, and checking it out. And then she got leukemia. So then she passed, and after that, I said I'm going anyway, and it was the best decision I ever made. Coming here, was I depressed and totally wigged out? Yeah, sure, it sucked, but it was better being at the beach in Thailand than sitting in my house at home. So as everything worked out, it worked out great, man. I got no complaint. But every woman that I've been in pretty much all my life, I've always liked Asian women. I've dated quite a few, 6 to 8 that I could think of off the top of my head, and but they were Americanized. They were from America, and it's just a totally different deal. In fact, when I call and when I first got here and talked to some of my good friends that are married, and I'm real close with their wives, and so I'm talking to the wife while my buddy's getting done mowing the lawn and coming in and telling her about what a great thing and what my Thai wife or girlfriend does for me and cooks and cleans, and she one in particular, Cindy, please don't tell my husband that. And she's got a good sense of humor. Please don't tell him what you've got there. And they've been married forever, but it's totally different. They don't half the stuff that probably half the stuff that my wife or that I asked my wife to do for me. American woman would say, "Go f yourself, go get it yourself, go do this. Why are you bothering me at midnight that you don't feel good? Just go take a shower or so." They I don't know what it is. It's like they take care of you. I mean, and if that I don't know what it means.
I think the one negative I can come up with, if you want to call it a negative, is Jai has pretty closed mind about where we're going to live in Thailand.
Mine too.
She's got a fixed opinion, and I'm not changing.
Mine what would mine's a little bit different because Nitnoy would go anywhere that I asked her to go if she didn't work for the government. So if she was like Paige, retired, whatever, not working, whatever the case may be, she would travel with me, go wherever she wanted, and probably
But
go to. Now, I
she'd
would have to
still
take.
want to live in Corinne.
Yeah, I'd still have to bring if I went anywhere, even if
Yeah.
it was now. I'd have to bring her mom and dad. There's no doubt. If we were to move to Pachuap Currycon, it would be me, Nitnoy, the kids, and her mom and dad. There would be no doubt about it. And I wouldn't even ask her. I mean, the family here in Thailand is another thing that I like a lot about the Thai culture is that they are tight knit. They
Yeah,
you
Ron
know
John. She was born and raised in Surin, so there's no questions. That's where we're going back. Her family's all still there. Her mom and dad both passed away already, but both brothers and her sister from there, and aunts and uncles, everybody.
See you later, Muwan.
I found you found the wrong Asian woman. I don't know,
You
man.
mean the final one that's by the coast?
There are, I can't say that there's not Asian women out there that are out for one thing and they want money. But I could say that about the United States too. But the thing about it here is, if you're not looking for love, okay, you're not looking for a woman to marry or whatever. What I saw was they'd be willing to, if they're a good woman and you like them and you guys get along and do it, they'll spend their time with you and go traveling and whatever, and you feed them and sleep together, whatever, and as long as you take care of them financially. And what you have to remember here in Thailand is, if you've got a woman that you want to do that with, take away and they're working and they're giving their mom and dad 10,000 baht a month or 6,000 baht a month or whatever they're giving them, you are going to be expected to give that to her to give to her mom and dad. And some people can't handle that. I ain't giving no one nothing. No, well, think about it logically. If you're taking them away from working and they're supporting their mom and dad, then you have to do it. And if you can't understand that, please don't come to Thailand. Go someplace else.
Yeah,
But
Ron John. Dave lives in the high-end, high-rent neighborhood, and I'm going to be on the other side of town in the poverty side.
the only reason I
You
live
gotta
where
live
I'm
in
at is
bamboo
because my
shack.
wife owned the land. If I was in Bobby's situation, I would like that a lot better. Although my wife would say it's further from the hospital, it's further from her work, so we ended up building because she owned it outright. It's a small lot, but it's close to everything in town, which is
I'm
nice.
closer
But
to
I
the
can't wait till
elephant one
Bobby.
than you are.
Has Jai given you any kind of a clue on that she might retire or leaning
Yeah,
that way or
she's leaning towards the November time frame now.
cool,
So she
cool.
says, but I can't pressure her. She goes like ballistic on me.
Yeah, she
Don't
probably
rush me.
feels
Don't
pressure.
rush me.
Yeah, she probably feels pressure. Bring her
Yeah.
on the shows. That way everybody else can pressure her. Hurry up. Come on. Come on. Come to Thailand. Here
Yeah.
you are. You're a Thai lady, and we're trying to convince you to come retire in Thailand.
Yeah, when I met
Uh,
her, I knew nothing at all
Nitnoy.
about Thailand. I had no intentions of going to Thailand. Um, I never even thought about it. I was planning to retire right here. I've got a good retirement. I'm fine here. But when we started traveling back there every year, I started liking it more and more and said, I can't believe I never gave that a thought. Now I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. After my wife passed, it was a no-brainer for me. I packed up 3 suitcases, and well, I came for 2 weeks. Um, Went around, looked at Phuket, said, "Yeah, this will do," and I was on the. Thought I was going to come home and stay for 2 months, and ended up staying 2 days, and I didn't like being in an empty house, and called up the airlines, changed the tickets, and was out of there in November of 2018. Hey, Mike's, how you doing, brother? Uh, I always have my Thai girlfriend's money for their family. They give me fried rice. Yeah, and Mike's is married to a gorgeous Filipina lady, uh, who I'm sure I don't know. Are you guys? Is she back? Is Gracie back, or is she still gone? If I miss a question, guys, put it back up. I'm running
She can sing
behind.
karaoke with
I'm s-
Bobby on Fridays.
See you, Joe.
She does. She does. Is Joe
Who does?
leaving? Oh, that's right. Said he had to go in an hour and a half. It's only been an hour and 21 minutes, Joe. You're gonna have to get yourself straight here. He's got a premiere coming, so if you guys want to watch that, watch it. Let's see. Money over honey. I'm just joking. Actually, I'm very proud of her work. Yeah, it's amazing too on their ethics. I mean, my wife is on 20 years with TOT, and that family is just as strong as her blood family. The family she has at now NT, TOT and Cat, where she works. It's another thing that they'll never. She, as long as she's working there, the kids, I think up until they finish college, can get medical, and her mom and dad are locked into her whatever. So it's a no-brainer for her.
You know, Jai retired after 20 years working at the
Take
two
it easy,
Serena
Unseen.
hospitals. So she came over here with the big hopes of making it as an RN in America. And since she did and had to work so hard at it, she doesn't want to just walk away.
Well, the only thing about I don't know, she's an RN. I mean, even if you guys went somewhere and everything fell to crud, and you wanted to go back, she'd be working the next day as an RN in the U.S.
Yeah.
Any place.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, but I understand. I mean, she's got to be. I don't know. I don't want to say scared, but she's got to be a little leery of, you know, everything's going so good. I mean, do we really need to, you know, do this? I could see it happening, but it's a no-brainer for me. If I could have retired at 49 and 364 days, I would have done that a day earlier. But
well, she swears up and down she was raised poor, but they had land, they had farming and grew crops and stuff. So she wasn't poor. There's no way she was poor. And now
mine wasn't either.
She swears up and down that, oh, we're going to have to struggle. We're going to have a hard time when we get over there. And I don't know how she can even think that if we're living well here in America.
Yeah, I mean, moving here is going to be 10 times better. Yeah, you know what? Once she pulls the pin, makes the move, and gets here, then she'll understand. Okay, after a couple of months, she can take a big. God, we didn't burn through, you know, 1/10 of what we would have in the U.S.
Yeah.
So
she did get a pension after 20 years in Thailand, but she took it all out in one lump sum. And then she spent the entire thing, the first year living in America and going to school and trying to make things pan out for herself, that she ended up using everything. So
yeah, it's weird, the retirement here.
Yeah,
I know that my father-in-law, like I said, I got to ask my wife, because I think we went through this before. He worked for TOT. He could have taken a big million baht lump sum retirement, but if I got it right, he had the choice of taking that or having a family member move into his spot, or, you know, move into the government job. And I'll have to ask her again, but I'm almost positive she told me that he had his choice, one or the other, get her a job or take a big chunk of money. And I'll ask her, because
well, Jai's her Social Security, just getting half of mine, will be more than her retirement in Thailand was.
I think my mother and father-in-law now, with what the government, I think they get a 500 baht each a month or something like that, or 1,000. That's their, you know, like our Social Security. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. I knew there was going to be a return here back in 2000 after staying. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, the biggest criteria for me on going anywhere after going to Costa Rica was, can I swim in the ocean on Christmas and New Year's? And that has to be part of this deal. Now, can I get to the ocean? That would be a 4-hour drive, but I could swim in it. And I still want to get a place in Rayong. I still would like to get that condo next to Tom. But
we'll be able to live wherever and travel all over like Chuck and Joe does, and James. We'll just travel all over.
Yeah,
as long as we want.
Ties work until they die, especially. Yeah, I'd have to say that's probably true. Now, I don't know why, but it seems like a bunch of people when the company TOT and CAT were two government owned, I want to say internet companies, but whatever they are, and they merged into one NT. And when that happened, a lot of people took early retirement. It seemed like. Maybe it was just me, but a lot of the people took early retirement. Why? I don't really know. But obviously it was advantageous for them to do so.
I was offered
Money.
early retirement like 8 years before I went, and I actually was thinking about doing it, and I just couldn't pull myself away. I mean, I turned 68 before I retired. Crazy,
Wow.
and I haven't started drawing Social Security yet. So
You
it's
can do it
it's
now. What, at
huge.
67? Is that the.
No, I could have
Or,
done it at 66 because I was born in '53.
oh, that's right. I had to. See, I don't know how mine's going to be work. I still got to figure it out. Money is not everything. I was lucky to have a career that they decided was worthy of a pension. Yeah. It doesn't take, like I said, to be perfectly honest, and we could all do 50 videos each about what it takes to retire, and it's all relative, okay? But if
Yeah,
you're not going to run around and do the bar scene, and you're not a big drinker, and you want a nice place in Thailand, I think if you're a single person, I'm going to say between the $2,000 and $2,500 is a comfortable, acceptable income that you need. Well, if let's say you're claiming, if you're old enough and you can get Social Security and you're getting 2,000 a month from there, and you've got a pension of 2,000, you're living high on the hog.
yeah.
Bringing in I bring in, like I said, I don't hide anything. I bring in right around 3,300 US a month, which is about 100, depending on what the bot's doing, which is almost
Around about 100,000.
34, I think, right now. It's like 105, right around 100 to 110, depending on what happens with the bot. But I think the bot is down right now, right? We get it for like 34. It was almost 34, almost 35, or I can't remember. But it was a good. In fact, I was going to bring some dough over if that was the case. But somebody, my wife seemed to think it was going to hit 35. So
It
we'll see what
it got
happens
really
Oh,
over
close,
there.
Dave. It was at
fairly good.
34.75. I transferred some money at 34.71.
34.71, yeah. So it's close. I'll wait until the next. I usually bring my money over the first week of the next month because I don't keep the 800 in the bank. I show my 67 coming into the country every month, so I make sure it's the first week of the month. Let's see, did I miss anything? What did I
Well, I
miss?
get a good federal retirement. I'm a retired federal employee, and I'm going to get Social Security too.
Yeah, here's Daniel saying he took Social Security early at 62, 1,800 a month, plus 900 for my 9-year-old and 900 for my Thai wife of 15 years. So yeah, I think, and you're here too. So I think that's the magic number for even a couple or a single person, somewhere between 2 and 3,000. So I would say 25 would be the magic number. If
Yeah.
you've got that, I can't see how you couldn't live here in Thailand. But like I said, if you're going to go out every day and you're a drinker, you're going to spend money, especially if you're going to go to a bar and drink. And if you're going to chase women, forget it. It's not enough. You need 45, to be comfortable and run around town. But like I said, it's all relative. But I think what I'm considering normal, you have 2 or 3 beers a week or a 6 pack or whatever, and you smoke, but you don't do all that stuff. 20, 2,500 would be plenty. Because I have extra I don't even use. And I've got my wife, and I give my mother-in-law money, and,
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff that I do. And it's
Well, I
plenty.
know we'll be able to completely bank my federal retirement. We'll completely bank it, and we'll live off. I'm going to get 3,400 Social Security.
Yeah, yeah, it's a no-brainer. Like I said, I've got This house at 14,000. I've got a car payment, the Forza payment. I pay the electric bill, the water bill. I give my mother-in-law 8,000 baht. I give my wife 12,000 baht to run the house, buy the food and all that stuff, and I still have like 40,000 baht left over. So, and that's out of the 100 a month. So, once the car payment or the house or whatever's gone, it would
We
come, or
won't
the
be paying
Forza.
payment for anything.
Yeah. So,
That's
yeah,
easy.
that you're going to find hard to spend it,
Yeah.
but you're going to be building a house. It'll be easy. it
Well,
was
no,
it was for me to building a house. It went quick.
remember, we're
Hey, why you
selling a
tripping? Thanks
pretty
for the
valuable home here in Southern California. We're selling out here, and money isn't going to be an issue.
Yeah, I from what we talked and stuff, I can't see no way. But like I said, if you don't know and you're leery, it could make you a little apprehensive on want to. I think, like I said, once hopefully she pulls the pin and comes in November and then gets here and relaxes and goes, "Oh, this is cake," you know,
Yeah.
and then everything will be fine.
Yeah.
I
Tommy J
lost.
says James' budget is 3,000 USD, and he never reaches it.
What? I'm sorry. What happened?
Tommy J says James has a budget of 3,000 US, and he never reaches it.
Yeah, it's like I said, if I didn't have anything, that would be another one. I'd have over 60,000 baht a month that was extra.
Hi,
So
Dello.
Craig says, "Hey, Dowlo, uh, I
Morning.
lost close to half of my Social Security because I had state retirement as well." Really, you lose? I didn't know that. I didn't know you lost anything. Um, let's see what
With the state, you say? Was that the state?
survival of
Yeah, see, the federal government worked in two different ways. They had what they called CSRS, which was people that worked for the government back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. But I think in 1985, they switched over to the FERS program. FERS program allows you to get the federal retirement and Social Security both full, which is supposed to equal what the CSRS used to be, but it doesn't.
I'm glad you know because I had know absolutely nothing about what you just said. But
I understood every word of it.
yeah,
Yeah,
you guys would, but
yeah.
I don't. Let's see what Ron's saying. Uncle Craig, I was going to delay Social Security until 70 and 66. Collect for dependent Obama stuff that I lost. It's really weird because I've looked at some of the people have talked about taking your Social Security early and taking it late, and when they did the actual numbers and stuff, it was better off taking it early, from what I saw. Of course, check into it and do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, Uncle
But
Craig, whenever they made that conversion in 1985, I think was the magic year. Their prediction was that your federal retirement and Social Security were going to equal what the CSRS, which you would have got 81% of your income. But I ended up falling on the converted year because I had a break in service. So my retirement fund fell under post 1985. So I was under the FERS retirement plan. So it doesn't affect my Social Security at all.
well, that's
You
good.
got that, Jake?
I got it. The other thing is they started the TSP during that time, so you also had a 501 type mechanism.
I didn't even
Traveler
think of that. Yeah, we've been saving in our TSP the 17% for forever.
Well, Traveler's
well,
saying that kind of the same thing. Yes, I lost 55% of my Social Security because I receive pension from the county of California. So
Bobby,
I
I
never
hope
knew
you
any
haven't
of
looked
that.
at that TSP lately.
I haven't. I
I'm
know.
62. That's the way
I know.
I figure, Raymond.
Go Brandon.
I'm 25% poorer than I was when I was working last month.
Oh my God. No, I
Actually,
haven't looked.
actually about 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
I have to start drawing at 70. Oh no, I think they bumped it up to 72 now.
I think you're right.
Yeah, so I'm good. I'm just gonna let it ride.
And what do they say the average lifespan is of a male in the United States? 78. So what do you get?
I'm
6 good
thinking
years?
more than that.
6 good
I'm
years.
thinking
It's
more.
freaking insane. No, I think it's it. I think it's 78 for males and like 85 for women or something like that. Maybe
Well, my
somebody can look it up.
grandfather and grandmother
Google
made
it.
it to 93 and 94. My dad made it to 91.
Yeah,
I'm banking on doing the same.
yeah, you're in you got good genes. Mine aren't so good, I don't think. Although my mom's 90 or what I say 89, so but from what the understanding is if you look at the national average, I think it's below 80 for men, and now they're saying that you wait till you're 72 to get your social security, you get 6 years, you know. It's like crazy. That's why, like I said, when I was a kid, I looked at my uncles. They busted their butt all year for 3 weeks vacation up at Bass Lake, and we'd go every year. And I looked at them and went, "No freaking way! I ain't doing this. As soon as I can retire, I'm retiring." And my uncle said, "God bless you if you can do it." You know, by all means. They're both passed away now, but they went young too.
Well, I looked it up in an insurance company that bets on when you're going to die, because that's what they do.
Yeah, Ron
Came up
John.
with the same numbers as you, Dave. They said 81 for women and 77 for men. Here, this is
77.
as of 2002.
Yeah. So it's like crazy. So they want you to, oh, like I told you, I already told that one story where the guy retired and moved up and moved all his stuff and was retired for a week and flipped a hamburger in the backyard and dropped over dead from a massive heart attack. So
It's horrible.
I hope you enjoyed your 1 week vacation or your
Yeah,
1 week.
Douglas, I have no intention of having a motorbike when I get over there. Jai absolutely refuses to let me have one. And yes, Ron John, the warm towel baths are going to extend my life.
So you're not even going to have a little scooter to get around town, or you're just going to use a car?
I don't think so. I don't think.
Yeah, the only thing with me is that it's just so damn hard to park. You know, and when you,
Yeah.
although I shouldn't say that. Right now in Surin, every time we've taken the car, like when I went out to get my medical thing so I could get my driver's license and all that stuff, we've found a place to park fairly close. But once everything gets back to complete normal, it's hard to find a place to park a car in
Well,
downtown.
do you go to that market there downtown where you pull your car up into the basically in the driveway and just leave it in out of gear and they just
No.
keep pushing it up out of
Pushing
the
it-
way, keep pushing it
No,
forward. You don't
no,
go to that one?
no. But is it dangerous? Yeah, it's dangerous, and I understand, especially her being an RN in emergency, right, or in surgery. She's surgical, right?
No, she's emergency room.
Emergency
Triage.
room. So she probably sees all these people coming in off of motorcycles,
Yeah.
and,
Right.
getting hit. So I
Yep.
can't blame her. I can't blame her.
Well,
Did I miss
besides
it?
the fact that she had a major accident on one when she was in Surin too, and shattered her ankle and had to have reconstructive surgery. Yeah, it's out.
What did Douglas say? Is this the one that you just answered? I have 3 bikes I've been riding all my life. Yeah, like I said, I've already had epiphanies that I'm not going to die or get seriously injured on 2 wheels. Just something that I've been with my whole life, and I hope that's the way it turns out.
Yeah, I may end up with a
Scooters.
scooter because we're 4 kilometers out of town. It sure is easy just to zip out there on that.
Yeah,
Road.
as long as you're, you got to, I'm a defensive driver, always have been.
Hey, Mitch,
I was in Los Angeles. If you weren't a defensive driver, you died. So, I know, and it's weird because I have the ability, and I don't know why, but I can be driving down the road on my bike, and I know everything that's happening around me. I know what this guy's going to do. I know what this guy's going to do. I know what the guy in my mirror is going to do, at least 90%, and it saves my butt. Who's this guy? Somebody wants to come in.
yeah, see,
who is
that's
that
the
guy?
big deal is we've lived here in Southern California forever, so traffic is not an issue to us.
Yeah. Hey, Mitch.
Hey, thanks,
Hey.
Jay. That link worked.
What? You didn't have the link? I put it in there.
No, I
Trying to
had the
use
link,
one
but
from last
it wouldn't load.
Huh. Offensive
Yeah.
is
I'll
better.
send you another
Ron
link
says.
you'll like.
Have you guys all done your TPS reports yet this morning? We got to stick with the program here.
Somebody took my stapler.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an almost must, at least around town. The chances of you getting killed, I think, are very minimal as long as you're not crazy or whatever. But you can get hurt. You can break a leg. Like I said, I'm scared to death that I'm going to be one of those. Hey, my grandpa Dave fell over and broke a hip. Because that's all I heard when I was a kid. Every time somebody over 50 fell,
That's true.
they broke
That's
a hip.
true.
So
Yes.
I don't want to be one of those broke a hip grandpas or uncles or anything. So
Can you guys
we'll see.
tell Ron John what a TPS report is?
When you said that, I was thinking TSP.
No,
No,
no.
Isn't it from the movie The Office?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie The Office, so that must be why that's why
Oh,
I
okay.
don't have
Sorry.
a clue.
We're too old, man.
Was it Office Space, maybe?
Office Space.
Tim, you
I
got
believe
a
it was
second?
Office Space.
I got mine. I rented one when I came here, and then I rented one for 6 months, a PCX, and then I bought a PCX. I didn't go, I don't think, a day. Even when I go someplace, like I almost rented a scooter when I went to John TM for 2 days, just so that I could, didn't have to. And it probably would have been cheaper than all the times that I paid for the bolts, because the rides cost me about, on average, 50 baht each way, back and forth, and some days to the Wombat. Sometime I went twice, 3 times, and I know that if I were to rent a scooter, it probably would have been 200, 300 a day. So it probably would have been cheaper to rent a scooter. But next time I go, I'm going to go again. And I don't know when. I think when is Robert still watching? When's he coming? Was it the first week of next month? I think he's going to Pattaya, I think.
Yeah. That's true, Chris. We do.
Ranjan, I refuse to ride on the shoulder. I refuse to. You
Yeah,
know
it's side of the
what? You
road.
know what the worst part is? The people that ride on the shoulder going the wrong way. Those are the people that could really cause
I've
problems.
done that. I'm guilty of that one.
I don't.
Did you get to hear
I
about
go
all
up
the
and use the-
colonoscopies? Nick?
Did what?
Did you hear about all the colonoscopies and stuff?
Yeah, I
You missed the
did. And
colonoscopy? Oh, you did. Okay.
no, yeah, I was lurking, but I wasn't watching. I was just listening. I was walking. I had to focus on the hill, otherwise I was going to trip on a stair.
I agree, Daniel. As
How's the
long as you're
legs
not,
today?
and I don't drive at night. Very
Good.
rarely.
Legs are good. Feeling good.
Chris said, no, but no.
Wow, that's crazy, Ron. I can't see anything at night in these days.
Hey, John, I didn't see you. How you doing? I miss my scooter. Yeah, PCX.
Yeah, I
excellent bike.
my night vision is terrible now.
Mine's not great either. That's why I don't drive at night. When I take it out, it's usually in the afternoon or something, maybe to go get something to eat or to go to the 7 or something like that. But I tell you what, Bobby, if I had to drive the car or the truck every time that I wanted to run down to the 7 or to, whatever, not even go into town, I would kick myself. I've got extra bikes just in case. I got a Wave, and I did have a Click, but I gave that to the cousin. But
We have one there at our place, but I can't remember what it is. It's been almost 3 years ago I was there. 2.5 years ago.
I'm
What is
actually
the-
going
see,
to
I
get
can't see anything
the
in
front
mine.
window tint taken out of my car before I get there this year. That's shocking.
now, Craig, do you have a scooter? Because that would be maybe something you could do a video on as you hurt yourself on the
I
scooter.
do, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Crash into the drain.
Just
Taking
kidding.
a little lunch
At
break,
night.
huh, Mark?
Hey, Mark,
Good morning, Mark.
Tommy J, how you doing, brother?
listen. I've
Hey,
got-
Tommy.
Let's see. Did I miss
Well, my
anything?
plans changed for this afternoon, evening.
What are you doing?
Had a dinner date with Mike and Nicole. I haven't told them yet, but I can't make that dinner date because I'm going to be over at the A7 with a bunch of people.
You're going drinking again.
What's the ace?
I'm taking
what's
Bolt
happening
tonight. That is for darn sure.
there? Working for the man. Scoopy, that's what I got too. I love that scooter. My wife has one too. I like my Scoopy.
You working security at the A7, Mitch?
No, not at all. Security.
Now somebody
Security
comes
is
in.
always on cue to help carry me to the bolt.
So you've got 2 days in already on your training, so you're probably about ready to go to the security phase now.
Oh, oh my God. I'm doing
Jake?
that for something different, exercise, but
Yeah.
it's not a.
I saw
I had a
your movie-
bag, back in the day. I had a bag in my garage, in the boxing, and I'd put the gloves on, and I'd take out my frustrations and work up a sweat. It feels good.
I saw
And,
your picture on Facebook of your Muay Thai experience.
Yeah, sort of there at the gym, just working out. It's not. My intent is not to fight. Now, if someone wants to come to a charity match, I'm willing to do that readily.
You know they're going to hit.
They're what?
They're going to hit you back.
Oh yeah, I'm okay with that. I've had my, pardon the language, I've had my ass handed to me a few times over the years, but
it does happen.
But they always remember me.
Yes, you do, John. Sad to say. Hopefully not for much longer, but yeah, you do.
Selectively enforced.
Right, John. Okay.
Yeah, selectively enforced. If you have fairly white skin, light skin, and you're walking around without a mask, you're going to get extremely dirty looks from the locals. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I just put it on, and I hate it because anything that restricts my breathing freaks me out because of the tube that I had shoved down my throat.
The mask isn't going to work well on you or me, Dave. The beard gets in the way. So
Yeah, exactly.
Around it.
And this one needs to be trimmed, so the mask only comes about to here. It's weird. Health officials are... Thai government's urging people to get flu shots. How nice. Is that it?
Yeah, I'll be
Joe's back
getting
already.
my flu shot shortly.
I've never gotten one. Because I've had years and years and years ago, they used to use live virus for the flu shots or for their shots. And from that point, I said, no, I ain't injecting myself with with what I'm trying to stay away from.
Yeah.
But now they don't. When I had when I worked at UCSF as a building engineer, the doctors there told me we haven't used anything like that in a million years. So, but I said, no, I'll pass anyway. I've never taken them, although they suggest that if you're elderly, you should take them. What's Tim say?
That sounds great, Craig. That sounds like a great story. Yeah.
Village, but
My
Yeah,
doctor doesn't give
Oh,
me
oh.
much of a choice.
Now I remember.
yeah, so in the village, they're letting you kind of walk around. But what's Craig saying?
Had coffee with Dave the
Tell you
other
about
morning,
my golden gloves. Yeah.
and
I'd love to hear that.
I went out, stepped out of the restaurant part of the hotel lobby, and there's this little girl sitting there playing with her toy, and she looked up and saw me, and she freaking grabbed her mask quicker than quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary. I don't know, man. I've had about enough of the masks, but I live in Thailand, so I'm going to do what is accepted here in Thailand. So
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
think
wear
they
masks
want
at all here anymore.
I don't think
Who's in the
anyone likes
U.S.?
wearing them.
Bobby's
sure
in
don't.
the U.S. What are they
Yeah, I
doing
don't
in the
wear
U.S.?
masks anywhere for any reason. We don't have to wear a mask anywhere.
Not even in the
Awesome.
stores, the supermarket,
Nowhere.
nothing.
The only place that we have to is in certain medical offices that still might require it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true too.
Although my
makes
dentist's
sense.
office doesn't, but like where I took my wife today, we had to wear the chin nappy.
Well, the VA does.
Yeah, I haven't been to the VA. I don't get my medical care usually from them, but
Mask free in
what if I
Melbourne.
did?
Mark
Mask
says
free in
mask
Melbourne.
free. Mr. Mitch Chuck's video today was exceptionally good. I didn't watch it today.
Yeah, I haven't
I'm
seen it
gonna
yet.
have to go back. I don't know when it's from.
Neither.
I got the notification, of course, but I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it yet either. Usually I catch them in the morning, but today
I even
didn't.
switched over to my 30-hour day, and I still don't have enough time.
I was wondering, I couldn't find where to subscribe to that. I was looking all over Google. Where's my 30-day 30-hour?
You're not old enough yet.
Sounds
You're
good
just
to me,
okay.
John. A lot of people are going to come, I think, around Christmas time. I'm hoping that. I know that Louis Cabo was here the other day, and he said he's going to come, so go meet them. But yeah, I'd love to meet up. Anybody that's coming in that time, I'll be over there. That's for sure. Gator, there's something for you. Everyone wants to know the mask. Forget until I'm walking on what 7E. I look back and I'm the only foreigner. Yeah, they don't. It's just not a. It's not a good. Just not a good thing walking around. Are they scared? The Thai people. I think they're more. They're more worried about if I get something now. I'm not worried that I'm going to die. I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to work for 10 days. So I think it's for lack of anything else.
Yeah.
It's because of the money. They're not gonna be able to make money. I don't think they're worried about dying anymore. I don't think anybody is. Is anybody here worried about dying if they get this variant that's out
No.
there?
No,
Yeah,
I'm not.
I'm
just-
I'm not worried about dying. Period. It's going to happen. Yeah, if I can
Exactly.
prolong it, sure, but I don't.
Yeah,
even
I mean, everybody gets it now. I mean, Jai working in the emergency room, everybody that comes in there is basically like a flu.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got it tough. The medical field had it tough all the way through, and I've
And I
got a
think
lot of my family are nurses, RNs, and stuff. In fact, when I
I
was
think
in
you're
there,
going to see the return of the flu now.
Yeah.
You know,
well, that one notification that just came up says the Tiger says health officials urge vulnerable groups to get free flu vaccines. So I don't know what those groups are. But yeah, because they're going to go away from it. They're going to start.
it's the same.
They're
The
going to start
old, the frail,
focusing on something
fat.
else, and that's going to be the flu.
I think
know,
there's
there you
3
go.
of the categories there, Dave, that you fall in.
Yeah, exactly. And it probably should be a good thing. I know that who was I watching? What's his name? Who just started doing YouTube again in Kamala, the friend of
Sonny.
Rob. What's his
That's
name?
Sonny Sollenbrook. Sonny.
Yeah, Sonny. He just started doing. He put 3 out like in the last 4 days, and he's got dengue. And he said he's been here. He's been married to a boom boss. I think he said 16 years, and this is the 3rd time he's gotten dengue. And I think Rob got it before, and I heard that kind of knocks you down for weeks,
Oh, months.
And I haven't gotten that, or that I know of. I mean, I'm tired all the time, so maybe I just continuously have dengue.
You would know it. I knew an airborne medic, civilian type. He had been in the military. The guy was in great shape, ran triathlons, all that stuff, and he got dengue in the Philippines. And he was telling me about it. I didn't know him when he caught it, but it was like months later. And he goes, "I'm just finally getting back." He goes, "And I'm a person that worked out every day, ate right. So, but dengue
Yeah.
is like, it's some mean shit."
That's what I hear. I'd be more worried about that than the new variant. But
Very
we'll see.
scary.
I know that, like I said, the cousin that's building the wall, I got to find out he whether when he's coming back to work. But he had gotten it, not dengue, but the virus, and his friend, the one that was working here, got it. I'm surprised we haven't. Tell you the truth, because Nitnoy goes out every day. She's around people. She goes out in the field some days and visits customers around wherever. And I'm surprised that we haven't got it here. and she kind of worried about it. That's why she made sure I had all my vaccines and that mom and dad had all the vaccines and the kids just in case she happened to bring a
You see,
present home.
Daniel
you
says
said
LA
nasty
County is
ways even better,
3.6%.
What is that? LA County.
3.6% positive LA County.
Test.
Yeah,
but
I'm
test
I'm a block and a half away from LA County though. I'm in San Bernardino County.
Be right back.
All right, Mitch.
You know, I think if you're going to look at testing numbers, you also have to look at like hospitalization numbers. You know, that's
The numbers I wanted to see the whole time that everything that was going on was how many people have died and how old are they? And I don't care how many cases there are, unless it overloaded the hospitals. That would be a concern. But if they're not,
Yeah.
as far as I know now, if you got it, they're just saying just stay home,
home.
yourself and do the tests, and after you're done, come out. I know Joe did it. A bunch of people have done it, and it's like having a cold. Dave, dengue
It's a-
wipes out your white blood cells. It takes a few days before they can diagnose you. I see. I heard it's. I think the first time I heard about it, because like I said before I came here, I wanted to go to Kamala. I watched Rob 20 Seconds in Thailand, and I believe he had gotten it once or twice. But now when I saw Sonny, because I was wanting to see, he hadn't done any for like 6 months, and he bought a food truck. And I wondered what the hell ever happened to this freaking
Oh, yeah,
food
I
truck. Not
remember
that I
you
watched
talking
him that much before, but so now he shows what he did with the food truck, where they are, what they're selling, and does it. He seems like he's a good vlogger. He did well, you know. I enjoyed it. I just never watched him before.
When I was in Malaysia, the RAF used to drive around the
See you later,
local
John.
village with great bug sprayers and kill all the
See you, John.
mosquitoes because they're dengue fever and malaria.
And malaria, I know, wasn't big in the States and stuff, but I know out and about it is. And I guess it is here. Is it here? I never heard of
Yes.
too much malaria here. Is it?
It is there, but it's not very prevalent at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Talking about viruses and things, I watched this actually yesterday, the origin of AIDS. It's an old clip, it's over an hour long, but pretty fascinating stuff there with monkeys and kidneys, and
Yeah.
for later viewing, not now.
guys. It's 10:30, coming up on my witching hour here, so I'm gonna bail on you.
You're going to
All
turn
right.
into a pumpkin, Jake.
All
I
right,
didn't
so
sleep. I didn't sleep well last night or the night before, so I'm just.
Me
kinda-
too.
sucks, doesn't it?
And then
know
I
that
then I
feeling.
I tuned into your Mojo's meditation, and that almost put me to sleep. That's why I had the camera off.
You know, Jai's been doing that to us every night. She's been putting that on at bedtime. Your mojo.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then she
Yeah,
puts it
done
on
it.
again in the morning when it's massage time.
Very good. Very good. All
See
right,
you,
guys.
Jay.
And
Take
that's
care.
fine, Rick.
Thank you so much, and have
Is
a
this
great
this is the stuff I think that my one friend,
Horse worming.
the anti-vaxxer in the U.S., wanted me to try to get here, and it quadrupled once everything went in. You can buy they have it, I think, both in human consumption and they have it for animals, veterans, and they both work, from what my understanding.
Veterinarian. Yeah, it's a horseworming pill.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not.
And, but a lot of people in the U.S. Swear by it. Thinks it gets rid
Yeah,
of the virus.
one of the doctors
Yeah.
who swore by it wound up in
See you,
hospital
Gator.
with
See you, Jake.
ivermectin poisoning.
Oh, really? Too much or
Yep.
something?
Yeah, it took too much. He reckons it won't hurt you. Just take it. No, you won't get COVID. No, you nearly died with kidney failure due
Yeah,
to poisoning.
The only I don't know if it's a preventive thing, but my one buddy said that his girlfriend's niece or something got it. She took that. 3 days later, everything was gone and she was fine. Now I can see it taking it as a preventive, taking it when you got the virus. I couldn't see you taking anything as a preventive deal besides the vaccine. I wouldn't.
Well, you know, they're going to find in a year, 2, 3 down the road that everybody that's been wearing these masks day in and day out, going everywhere, is going to be getting all kinds of diseases from carbon monoxide or some other crap.
Yeah, or
Yep.
lung problems of some sort,
Yeah.
infections and all sorts of stuff. Because I don't go out that much, so I'm okay. But I find that I'll just, instead of grabbing a new mask, I'll grab one that I had in my motorcycle helmet that I was out the day before, and then that's probably stupid, especially because they're so cheap. And I
Wow,
buy the
traveler.
medical ones,
That's
the good
interesting.
ones. So
Interesting.
Well,
Oh, I'm going to be in
traveling-
Bangkok tomorrow, everyone. So I won't be available for lunch
I
meetups and
received
such.
a passport book and my passport card in the last few days. Scheduled my exploratory visit to Mexico. My wife just told me that she's having second thoughts about Mexico. I really wish that you guys could come here. That would be awesome. That's too bad that she's having second thoughts, because that's pretty much. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of places though you can drive to. I know that you could drive all the way to Costa Rica, can't you?
Traveler,
I
just
think-
get your own boat.
Yeah, there you go. You up for that, traveler? You want to
You
get your own boat and come
I'll
to
talk
Thailand?
into going with you, and then the 4 of us will go across in your boat.
There
And
you
she can
go.
help.
Yeah, that'd probably be perfect. You got an RN right there.
Yeah.
Just got to get a good sized boat.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. That's not true, Brock. Reagan has been approved for decades and with no side effects. Well, the doctor
Oh, right on,
that he
fishing
was
in the
talking
rice
about might
fields.
have. What's that?
I'm just reading Craig's comment there about fishing in the rice fields.
Oh, let's see. Advocate for anything like this on my phone full of fresh fish. Might wash up and go out. Looks like I'll have to be. I wonder if we could. You can't hurt yourself fishing, can you? Right?
Yes,
if
you
you
can.
do, make sure you got the camera, and just in case.
Yeah.
But if you guys aren't subscribed to Uncle Craig's channel, subscribe.
Boats are easy.
He's going to be one of the big YouTubers.
Yeah, I can
and
drive
he's
a boat.
Fun to watch. Go ahead, Bobby. I didn't mean.
Boats
to-
are easy until
No.
you get to the dock. You've had a lot.
No, that's even. I've had a boat for a long time. It's no problem.
That was the voice to text I meant to say. If it keeps raining up like this, it'll fill your pond. My wife asked me
Oh,
about
yeah,
that
yeah.
too. She said I told her you have like a little stream that runs around that everybody sucks water at. She wanted to know where does that stream come from? Is it supplied by the government? Is it all paid? You guys all pitch in and have a pump? How does it work? I don't know why. She asked me that question. So I'm figuring you're right
That's
here. I
right.
might as well ask you.
Yes, flying part's easy. Landing's the tough part.
Yeah, exactly. I used to get flying. A lot of my buddies flew. And when we got up in the air, they'd let me.
It's funny. The first
fly.
time I soloed, right, that little Piper Tomahawk I was in, Tomahawk, call it a Tomahawk, take off, pull up, and I'm like, man, we really got off the ground. Oh wow, I'm alone. And then fly the pattern, baby, and do your landing. Isn't that a trip? That is just a
I
trip.
never did it. I never did it.
Oh, someone's talking about planes and shit. I'm like holy
What's it-
smoke.
what's
I
it-
did it with my Microsoft simulator.
You must-
What's a trip is flying a Huey around the USS Enterprise, parked out up.
Yeah,
off the
they
coast
came
of
for high ground
Australia.
in the house.
Because
Boy,
of
the
the
frogs
rain.
were out
Helicopter
heavy
around
in
the Enterprise.
Sukhothai when it rained that night. I'll tell you what.
Do they have bullfrogs here? That you get? I know that we ate the frog legs that I had were from bullfrogs, but the frogs I seen
That was
are
a
like
nice little plane.
these little frogs that they'd like dry in the sun and eat. And I don't even think they take the guts out of them. I don't think I could do that. But the frog legs are excellent. If
Hey, look,
anybody
I'm
that
gonna
hasn't had
going
them.
off of memory here. I remember 3, 9, or 1, 3, 6.
Mitch, I did the same thing.
1, 3, 6. Here's the aircraft I soloed in. Let's see if it's still in the database. Okay. Seattle 136. I'm going off of memory here. Aircraft registry. Boom. I was in Germany at the time.
Huge frogs there.
Ramstein Aero Club.
Eat their legs too.
Come on here.
You ever have frog legs before? You probably have
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And research.
From the south, you probably have.
Oh, I did too. I'm country boy.
I think.
Come on, where are we at?
They're
Look up the
excellent. They're
number.
way better than
There we
chicken.
go. Come on.
Yeah,
39 or 136. Go.
It was too cheap to have this.
Piper PA-38, which is a Tomahawk. Certificate issued 1998. That was the most recent one. Cancel date 2013.
Wow,
Expiration,
a
yeah.
real barrel full.
Airline leasing, sort of Wilmington, Delaware. Lycoming, blah, 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 blah.
They're
That's
good,
the
right,
aircraft
Roman?
I soloed in at Ramstein Air Base in Germany. Wow, interesting. You guys probably missed all that, but that's okay.
No, I heard you.
Sometimes the mind remembers the damnedest things, you know? Yeah.
Okay, I caught up. How long has it been? We over.
I've
over
soloed in
2
a
hours.
Hawk simulator.
Right on.
It's a
Piper
real-
Cub amphibious. Holy smokes. I like frog legs too. I do.
I do. I like them a lot. I haven't had them in a long time, but
I got to
So
drop
they
too,
got-
Dave. Jai's going to be home any time now, so I need to be prepared.
all right, Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell her
I'll get dinner.
tell her you
ya,
talked to
Bobby.
me, and I'm looking forward to meeting her in November.
All right.
I was
All right,
watching
brother.
you on Yads
Take it easy.
yesterday, my time, Bobby.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I was there lurking. You bet. I saw Dave in there.
Singing
Bet.
tomorrow night on Bobby's. His next one, there'll be a singing segment.
I
Can't
lurked.
miss the singing segment.
In the
lot.
after show.
I soloed.
Have a good bath.
I'm lucky I remember the fly.
All right. See you guys all later. Take care. See everybody in the chat. Nice being here.
All right,
Yeah.
Bobby, take it easy.
Catch you,
Bye.
Bobby. Bobby.
Thanks for coming in. Ah,
Love that
out of water.
background, Brock. Love that.
his
What a day.
that one's well, obviously there. What do you have here, Brock? To drive
That's
scooter.
a Honda ST 1100.
No, what do you have in Thailand?
What do I have in Thailand? Nothing.
What do you have in Thailand?
Nothing. I don't have
Nothing,
a bike.
Oh.
Got a little vehicle though, right? A little four-wheel.
I've got a
I forget.
I got a Mazda BT50 two-wheel drive.
There you go.
Ah. Well, when are
If
you
I want to
coming?
ride a motorbike, I go down to the local Bike Point motorcycle repair shop, and I can have my pick or whatever he's got. Just go for a ride.
What?
Oh, that's nice.
When's your plans? When are you coming?
Planned
Do you know
arrival
yet?
1st of November.
1st of November.
Yep.
1st of November.
And then lots of weddings, funerals, bar mitzvahs, and monk investitures to attend.
Let's
See you,
see. I
Trevor.
dug a turns from one
And of course,
canal
Mitch
to
is
the-
coming down for his wedding with Dow or John or whoever is there at the time.
Yeah, I thought we were all gonna do that on Koh Chang. I thought that's what the. Well, whatever you arrange, I'm easy.
Always ask
Ron
the
John.
waitress if they have. Oh, they
Yeah, well,
have
hop on out and get me a coffee.
Oh, crud.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. All right. Well, I don't know. It's been 2 hours and 10 minutes. I think that's probably a good, long enough live stream. I want to thank everybody for joining the live stream. We'll do it again on what's today? Thursday, Friday, Saturday
Today's
Thai
Thur-
time,
today's Thursday.
7 a.m. If you if you guys could join, that would be great. Thanks everybody for coming and watching and having a good time. I did anyway. So you guys want to say goodbye, Mitch and Brock and
See you, Brock. See you, everyone.
See you all.
Thanks for watching.
and I will catch you on the next one. All.
You gonna hang out after, Dave?
I'll be here.